Now we will be dealing the Sahasrara Chakra. Sahasrara means it is not exactly thousands of. When you can't measure, when you don't have the number, you use the number 1000. Just like that, thousands of radius. Sahasrara means thousands of, ara means radius. Sahasrara, thousands of radius. It means that thousands of petal lotus, which is situated on this region, crown chakra, it is called. The other name, crown chakra, where thousands of petal lotus is situated. Then metaphysically they say that this chakra can give you the union with God, can make you relate with the divine energy, can directly give you the touch of the God. First was from Tibetan Tantra, the next was from Christianity, third from Shiva Tantra, fourth from Vedanta, fifth from Zen Buddhism, sixth from Sikhism, this from Islam. It just touched the essence of religions, the meditation techniques, which is related to different chakras. After this Sahasrara meditation session, we will have an energy darshan where the Sri Vaishnavism, the Kirtan technique, that's also again a technique from Sri Vaishnavism, where they sing the Lord's name and dance Kirtan. After the Kirtan, we will have energy darshan. Energy darshan means, see, it is nothing but entering into that ecstasy and giving you the touch of that energy. Of course, you had a small taste when you had Ramya meditation. I think some of you had some inner experience. Don't suppress anything. If something happens at that moment, allow it. Don't be afraid. Only the divine energy is being brought down to help you. But generally, whenever we get any experience, our ego has to give way. So we feel we are frightened, the root is shaken. We just close ourselves. Don't do that. Just allow whatever has to happen, let it happen. If you feel like shedding tears, nothing wrong, perfectly okay. Whenever the energy is awakened, it passes through the gates of emotion. So the first emotion which is waiting in us is crying only. So naturally that happens. So you don't have to worry. If you feel like laughing also, allow it. Don't just allow the energy to work. You will see that works. If you don't feel anything also, just relax, nothing wrong. You will see that the transformation will be happening. So neither greed that something should happen, nor the fear something may happen. Just if you relax, you will be able to see, you will be able to allow the energy to work. So after this session, we will be directly entering into the meditation and Kirtan. So before that, if you want to ask anything, you can ask. We will spend a few minutes to answer your queries.
Some people felt it, some people did not. Just like me, I did not do anything.
That's perfectly right. Nothing wrong. You see, from Bangalore to Mysore, if you go by train, if you keep your windows open, you will see so many things and you will go and reach the Mysore. If you keep the windows closed, you will reach the Mysore, but you will not see something. You will not see the visions in window, through window. You see, to tell you honestly, if you keep the windows closed, you are in safe position, you will get down only in Mysore. Sometimes we see so many beautiful things in between, we get down. Actually, people who get some darshan, some visions, suddenly they feel, oh, we have achieved. They get down. If you don't feel, nothing wrong, perfectly okay. If you feel, beautiful. If you don't, perfectly okay, nothing wrong. As I told you, the emotional people feel, intellectual people they get the result, but they don't feel as a vision or as a this type of way they don't feel. That is it. They get the transformation happens in them. That is it. And if you are, there are many reasons. If you are centered on each and every chakra, when that chakra is touched, you will see that your personality is touched. If you are heart-centered, that chakra will be, when we do the meditation of heart, that will give you the result. If you are head-centered, just like this it happens. Otherwise also, nothing to worry.
Will this chakra remain open or will they close?
They will never close. Something, be very clear. Just carry this understanding with you, that is enough. It will never, what to say, that is the reason I gave you the Dachinanya. That is given to keep the things permanently open. You see, once the borewell pump is made, it will never, it can never be closed again. It is up to you to whether to take the water from it or not. If you meditate, you will take the water from it and use it. If you don't, you may not get the water, but it can never be closed. It will never be closed. It will remain open.
Do you recommend us that group that we join?
Yes, that is nice.
All of us sit down and
at least once, I say at least once in a 15 days. Once in a 15 days, all of you sit down and do that meditation. The group energy, that will help. You see, whenever you sit as a group, it will be very easy for the master to descend on you. Then the one man, see, a small example. As far as money wise, if all of you put one rupee, 100% puts one rupee, it becomes 100 rupee. Only one man can use that as 100 rupee. If everybody wants to use, they can get only 1 rupee, not 100 rupee. But if power wise, if all of you put 2 voltages, it becomes 200 voltage. If 100% touch, all the 100% will have that shock of 200 voltage. It is not that you put only the 2 voltage, you will get only the 2 voltage shock. No. All the 100 of you will have the 200 voltage shock. That is the power of energy. So energy works in a different logic, not in the logic of money. It works in the logic of its own. And especially when you sit and do it as a group, the master, he works as a transformer. 200 becomes 2000. You just give 2 voltage and get 2000 voltage. That's the way the energy works. So it will be better at least once in a 15 days. If you all can get together and do at least one meditation. If possible, if it is 2, that will be nice, beautiful. Or at least one meditation.
1 hour.
1 hour. That will do well. Tremendous benefit to you. And because your video recorded, you can watch one discourse.
Swami, what happens to people that didn't get all the chakras open? And
That's not, no, don't bother about all those.
No, just ask.
You see, just the meditation and if that meditation is done in the presence of the master is more than enough. Chakras are touched, these energies. That's what I say, tell you. We have become insensitive to the spiritual experiences due to so many reasons. For a long time we have forgotten that language, the dimension of spirituality. So the first touch itself we won't be able to feel. Do this meditation, at least as I could tell you, every day one meditation, once in a 15 days a group meditation. You will see only in 3-4 sittings itself that your personality is transformation and you are able to feel the energy flow. All these things happen.
If we have any questions, can we contact you?
You can simply send an email. Email is the best way because I myself directly read and answer.
That's how he came. He read the
I directly read email every day. Every day I travel nearly 1 hour to answer you all. From my ashram to the city center, I come just to do the correspondence.
Is it better to do the meditation daily in morning?
Yes, morning.
Morning.
Morning. See, morning preferably Mahamantra. Evening, nights preferably Dukkarana. Is enough before going to bed. Or if you can change morning, if you will have time, then you want to do Dukkarana, perfectly okay. If you do Dukkarana in the mornings, you don't have to do any other practice, any other exercise. Health also will be taken care. And the night, Mahamantra. After Mahamantra, just go for at least 2-3 minutes of walking inside the house. You will feel that you are completely relaxed. If you then you go, you will have a deep sleep without dreams. The quality of sleep will improve. The sleep itself will become a sort of meditation. You will see you have slept, but you have not lost the awareness. The conscious was alive. You will have that experience. So you can perfectly do it. And as far as our meditation is concerned, I have no way connected them with the religion. Religion is, I have no way connected with the rituals. So anybody can do, any religion person, a Christian, Muslim or Sikh or Americans or anybody can do. It's a universal message. So it can spread among anybody. It's after all the wisdom of the ancient masters. Only one thing, I have collected them and developed a clear instruction for it. I have presented it. That's all. Nothing else is done by me. One thing I can say, I can, what to say, authentically they work because they work in my life. So the authenticity, I can vouch for the authenticity of these meditation techniques. So it has become my experience. So I can always say it's an expression of experience.
Is it a must to use Japamala when you meditate?
No. I don't prescribe any mantra. Better if you don't use any mantras. See, the mantras becomes monotony. After some time, just the mantras will be going in one layer, thoughts will be going in the other layer. You master the technique of managing both. So, better to use the Mahamantra. With this you cannot cheat yourself. I have designed this technique such a way you cannot cheat yourself. But with mantra, Rama, 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 hey, bring vegetables, what happened to you? What happened to you? You see, you start managing both.
How does that Mahamantra goes, Swami?
That humming. Humming. So with that you can't manage both.
How to use this Japamala?
This mala is used. This will be energized. The use of this mala is giving one mala. This is called Rakta Shandana Mala. Let me teach you. This is called Rakta Shandana Mala. These beads control the BP and the heat of the body. If it is low, it will come up. If it is high, it will be brought down. It will manage. That's the first thing. And the other thing, it reminds you of your meditative life, your decision to live the spiritual life. So it helps mentally. Third thing, each and every mala is individually energized. It is kept in my room where I stay in the ashram. At least 21 days it will stay in my room and it is individually energized. So whenever you fall in depression, this will help you to reduce the low karma. See, mind works this way. So the lower curve will be reduced. The depth of the lower curve will be removed, will be reduced. And soon you will see, this helps you like a cell phone between you and me.
Swami, when God created this world, and now in this world there is so many turmoils and all those things, why did He create this world?
You see, to tell you honestly, the question in which you are asked, from which plane you are asking the question cannot reach him at all. If somebody asks this type of question, I used to tell them, next time when God calls for the international conference, I will represent your idea. If he calls for the conference, I will go and represent your idea. Okay, that much I can tell. See, the question which you are asking is totally in a different plane. From which plane he has created this world is totally different plane. So, if you are like a small ant, if a small ant shouts at the elephant, can elephant hear? If you are at least one bird, the elephant may hear. So first we will make ourselves as a bird, we will grow a little bit. Then let us ask this question to the elephant. He may answer. That much only can be told.
So, what you mean is we have to grow spiritually to ask that question to God.
That's all.
But isn't God obliged to answer that question? Why is creating so much suffering and
See,
everything?
when you grow spiritually, all these things will disappear.
But it is so,
But not for us, like
not for us, because when I see a poor person suffering, I feel bad for that person and I feel, why is God allowing that?
someday homes are all wiped out with like a tornado. Or
Yeah,
with a
that's-
flood and we
Then you
see
feel,
all-
why is God allowing that? What do
One
we
thing, that is what, ma'am. The why is asked from one plane, and the creation is happening in the other plane. The why cannot even be transported to that plane. If you ask from my side, if you ask from me, I have understood the secret of creation. But the problem is words are not enough to tell it. No language is enough. So if you go a little spiritually higher, you will understand the purpose of the creation. But the same way you will not be able to explain logically. See, from which plane you are asking the question is very too low plane. There are hundreds of answers I can give to satisfy you, but not to satisfy me. It won't satisfy me. That is the reason I am giving the direct secret, direct thing, that a courageous word which cannot be told, which is impossible to express in the words.
Swami, you believe, in Hinduism we talk of karma as really reaping the benefits of from the past life. So what we are doing now is really to improve your future life or ideally get out of
One thing,
this life and life.
one thing. The meditation has got the tremendous power to burn the negative karmas and ultimately to burn negative, positive, both the karmas. First, it will burn the negative karmas because from positive you can jump into the beyond positive. You see, Ashuddhi, Shuddhi, Vishuddhi. From Ashuddhi, if you come to Shuddhi, from Shuddhi you can take the jump to Vishuddhi. From positive, you can take the jump to beyond both. So first thing will happen is you will take the jump to positive, the positivity. Negativity will be burnt. The next thing you will be jumping from negativity. You will be jumping from the positivity also.